Thank you all for coming this morning. I want to thank you all. We're here to celebrate the brand new bus shelters and infrastructure for transit out front inside this morning, but we'll certainly be heading out there to cut the ribbon later on. I want to thank the governor for attending today, Speaker Shikarchi, making sure I don't forget this time.
That's all right. Better be forgotten than hated.
President Costigan from CCRI, the Treasurer Diosa. We also have Senator Reed and Mayor Picozzi from the City of Warwick. We also have a bunch of folks sitting out. We have Senator LaMontagne. We have Nisa on behalf of Senator Whitehouse's team. Warwick Councilman Anthony Sinapi. Warwick Councilman William Foley. Sorry. Representative Norrit. I saw him earlier. Oh, here you go. Thanks for coming. I certainly don't mean to miss anyone, but I welcome you all here and thank you all for coming to this really important event. I was a student here just over 14 years ago or so. So this project is really important to me because I know what can happen at the school. I know how you can overcome your challenges and you can learn from your weaknesses and you can go on to do really great things. So to have this partnership between RIPTA and CCRI has been fantastic, and I really thank the college as well as the support of all our federal and state leaders to make the funding for this project come true. So I thank you all again, and again, thank you to CCRI for letting us build this, but also the partnership to make sure not only do students have opportunities, but they can get here in the first place. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Governor McKee.
Thank you. Thanks, Chris. We'll go without the microphone. It's creating a little bit of a noise. You can hear it, but I'll speak up. But I'm very happy to be here today with all my colleagues and the Senate President, the Speaker, as well as the President of CCRI, our Treasurer, along with Chris, Senator Reed, and Mayor Picozzi. So thank you so much for being here. Again, this is all about transit. We were in Pawtucket earlier this week about a Pawtucket Center Falls Transit Center, a new passenger amenity that is going to really help service that area, and that's what we're here to talk about today. And we're not here again without our delegation led by Senator Reed, and so we thank him again for your continued commitment to our state and for all you do for Rhode Islanders, in particular the phone call you gave me last night, Jack. That was a good phone call for the state of Rhode Island with that $125 million that's coming our way. So the federal that federal Transit Administration grant, the one we're talking about today, has gone a long way here at CCRI. And you know that we're doing a Learn 365 strategy where we want to have in every home, every day, learning matters. And one of the central pieces of that is attendance. And we are focusing on attendance, in our K through 12. Bumped up the attendance in the last year by almost 250,000 school days, over 1 million hours of new learning. That was year over year. Well, it's really important that we create access to our universities, our community college here, to make sure that people can get here so that they can participate in the real learning experience that CCRI provides under the leadership of President Costigan. We're talking about real-time information screens, ADA accessible seating, better lighting for safety, and are equipped with solar panels, which will help generate low-voltage electricity and power the amenities our riders and drivers will deal with on a daily basis, so making sure that they know when the train's coming and what time the bus is going to be here, and so that we can have a better transportation strategy. And this is not just a one-off, but rather a blueprint for future RIPTA projects through our state. So I want to just thank Chris and all the people working at RIPTA, along with CCRI for is participating today to make this transportation strategy a reality. This is just one of many things that our state is doing to support hardworking students and Rhode Islanders. And I'm thrilled to help mark this special occasion right here at CCRI. So I give it back to you, Chris. Here we go.
Thank you, Governor. Now I'd like to introduce Senator Reed, who, along with the rest of the congressional delegation, helped secure the funding for this project.
Well, thank you very much, Chris. It's a delight to be here. I'm particularly pleased to be joined by my colleagues in government. Governor McKee, thank you for your leadership speech at Sakachi. Treasurer Dioza, Mayor, thank you for your work here in Newark. Thank you very much. I also want to recognize Matt LaMontagne, Senator, thank you, and Council President Steve McAllister, and Councilman Bill Foley, Councilman Jim McRoy, and Joe Solomon. Thanks, Joe, for being here. This is another example of working together with RIPTA, the state, and the federal government, where we can go ahead and provide necessary infrastructure, not only to move people around, but in this case, to educate young and not so young people at CCRI so that they can be part of our workforce, part of our community, make contributions. You've got to get an education, but one of the first steps is getting to school. And this is going to improve dramatically the ability of CCRI students to get here, to be protected from the weather, to really concentrate on the studies, not how the heck do I get to school. I want to thank President Costigan for her great work here. Thank you. And also Matt Duran. Thanks, Matt, for your work at RIPTA. And I'll say the obvious. CCRI is one of our great resources in the state, allowing young people to go in, and not so young, as I said, develop their skills, and those skills might be technical rather than academic. They might want to proceed in some type of program to become a welder or a machinist. We need those people in our workforce. And again, as I said, making higher education accessible, everyone talks about that, but they usually mean make the resources available for tuition, etc. Another aspect of making college accessible is being able to get there. And this is going to help lots of students, particularly those from middle and low income families, get here on time to do their studies. Now, Rhode Island received over $60 million in transfer formula funding to enhance all of our efforts, not just here at CCRI. And as the governor mentioned, we were celebrating an effort up at Central Falls and Pawtucket. We'll continue to do that. And my job is very simple, working with the state to get the resources so we can improve our transportation network, which makes us more productive, makes us better educated, makes us more competitive in the country and around the globe. And I hope we'll be back. Let me now recognize Chris. Come on up.
Thank you, Senator Reed. So as the Senator mentioned, they work hard at our congressional delegation to bring back the federal money, but that federal money requires state match to leverage those funds. And now I want to introduce Speaker Shikarchi, who's been another supporter to ensure that the funding is there to do these projects.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning. Welcome to CCRI. It's always good to be here. I spent the morning at the Crown Plaza. What was I doing there? We were honoring Jack Reed. Well-deserved, who continues to deliver for Rhode Island in huge ways. So, Jack, thank you for what you've done. It's great to be here today. And President Costigan, it's great to be at CCRI. I remember coming here, I was speaker for about maybe 6 or 8 weeks, and I introduced a bill to make the Promise program permanent. And it was during COVID, so it was only about 4 of us here at the time. But then we came back, and the place was full when we actually signed the bill. Senate President Ruggiero sponsored it in the Senate. I sponsored it in the House. And what it did and what it continues to do is to create an opportunity for a pathway for people to obtain an education and a good paying job, a sustainable job, to better their path in life. And that doesn't happen in the House without Tom Naray, Chairman Solomon, my colleagues. It's a team effort. And what we're doing today is we're celebrating the partnership with RIPTA. And as the director said, Chris Duran, that we need, as a state, to do our fair share. Now, we cannot rely on Senator Reed and Senator Whitehouse to deliver the federal money without a state match. Working with the governor's office and the governor himself personally, we've developed a relationship where we fund programs that work. So why are we funding CCRI and why are we funding RIPTA? Because they work. They're needed, they're essential. It creates a path and opportunity, not just for the staff and the students that go here, but for everybody who wants a chance as an education. And this bus hub will continue to enhance those opportunities for everybody. It's not easy sometimes in government to work together to get good things done. But I'm proud of the relationship that we have with our federal delegation that continues to deliver in a big way, and not just for CCRI and not for just RIPTA, but for transportation. Thank you, Senator Reed, for what you've done today. Thank you, Governor, as well. And it's a team effort. It's an all hands on deck. We're going to continue to work together to hopefully make Rhode Island a better place to live, work, go to school, and raise your family. So thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Now I'd like to introduce Treasurer Diosa.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to celebrate this moment. I want to thank our great Senator Jack Reed, our Governor, Speaker, Mayor, CCRI President, and all my colleagues in government who are sitting. This is just not a bus stop, clearly. This is important because there's so many people here gathered today. But what's most important about this is that many of our kids are going to be inspired by hope, and so they will get on the bus to come to CCRI. Well, CCRI will take that opportunity to educate them, and because of that, as a result, will make our state much stronger and better. And so that's why I want to congratulate all those who were involved, because this will make a true difference for our state, and I'm happy to be here with all of you today. Thank you.
Thank you, Treasurer. Next, we'll have the Mayor of Warwick, Mayor Picosi.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased with the enhancements to these bus stops. With the information boards, they're a wonderful blend of modern technology powered by an alternative energy source, and they're also very aesthetically pleasing. But I'm most impressed with the security and safety measures that are part of these stops. This will bring great comfort to the students, faculty, and staff, and whoever else chooses RIPTA to commute. And it's great to hear CEO Duran state that these stops will serve as a blueprint for future projects. To me, that serves notice that RIPTA is looking for ways to increase ridership in our state. Increasing the number of people that use public transportation is good for both the environment and our economy. And here in Warwick, not more than 2 miles from here, is City Center. City Center is located in the area around the airport and train station. It's a transit-oriented district that was conceived and built in the 1990s, but has sat dormant. Now, with hundreds of residential units currently under construction, I don't even have to look at Speaker Shikachi to see he's smiling, along with retail components, it's finally coming to fruition. And being that it is a transit-oriented district, RIPTA will serve an important role in its success, and I'm looking forward to working with them on it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Next, we'd like to invite to the stage the President of CCRI, Rosemary Castigan, who is also the twin sister of one of our operators who has over 40 years of service. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Community College of Rhode Island, our night campus, and the official opening of our new and enhanced expanded transit center. I want to particularly thank Senator Reed, Governor McKee, Speaker Shikachi, Mayor Picosi, and RIPTA, of course, for their partnership in making this stop become a reality. Here at CCRI, we know that access is everything, and that access includes access to transportation. That access will enable our students to come to class, to earn a degree, and to go on to careers and bright futures. And this stop is going to be a major part of that experience. Senator Reed, thank you for securing the funds to make these enhancements, and to all our elected officials here with us today, thank you for recognizing the critical need for increased public transportation. In fact, in just this past year, nearly 100,000 people have passed through this stop, an impressive number that highlights the valuable role that RIPTA plays in our students' lives and the surrounding community. To Chris and the entire RIPTA team, thank you for being great partners, not only through this project, but for the work that you continually do with us to improve public transportation for our students. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Before we head outside to cut the ribbon, I just want to thank again everyone, Governor, Speaker, the President, Treasurer, Senator, and Mayor, as well as all our dignitaries here as well with us today. Of course, I also want to thank the RIPTA team for all their efforts to make this happen. We're focusing really hard on making sure that we're making the system better every day for everyone to increase the ridership. I want to give a special shout out to the Governor. I think the attendance matters issue is a really big achievement, and that was a really, those numbers are staggering to me. We're focusing hard on making sure we're doing our part by getting kids to school, and that includes here. So thank you all, and we can head outside and cut this ribbon.
Okay.
That's not the ribbons.
You gotta open up the scissors to cut it.
Hold it tight, guys.
Yay!